Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and today we're going to be talking about some different ideas that I have personally and that you guys had for things that could be added to the Pixelmon mod. So I originally wasn't planning on making a video like this, but I asked the question over on the community tab on YouTube, and I got like 50 or 60 responses. If you guys want to leave your responses over there, you can do that still. Just click on the community tab and reply to that post. Or if you have other ideas, let me know over on Discord because I would love to hear them. I am really interested in what you guys think should be added to the mod. So the first thing, and this is by far the most requested, and it's actually already confirmed that they will begin adding this in the next version, is, of course, Generation 7 Pokemon. And in particular, a lot of people just want the Ultra Beast to be added. All of the other Pokemon, they are requested a lot, but the Ultra Beast in particular are just requested over and over all the time. Everybody really wants these added to the game. And then, of course, the Alolan Pokemon as well. That'll be a really cool addition once they can get those in. So like I said, this is already confirmed to be coming in the very next update after 6.3.2. So 6.3.2 will release, and then the next version after that, as long as nothing goes terribly wrong with this current update, should be the update that begins adding Generation 7 Pokemon. Now, I don't think they're going to add every single Gen 7 Pokemon in one go, but hopefully they can manage to get in at least a couple of Ultra Beasts as well as some other Pokemon, including some Alolan. So that was the most obvious thing on this list that I have. I'm going to be giving about 3 more different things that you guys really want, and then I'm going to be talking about something else that I noticed a lot in the comments of the video. I'll be talking about that at the end of the video, so if you are interested, make sure to stick around for that. However, the next thing on my list is special textured Pokemon. This is personally the thing that I'm most excited for. I really want them to add things like Crystal Onyx, which is something that was only in the anime, or Shadow Pokemon. They could add Shadow Lugia and make it available somehow in-game rather than just over on the giveaways in their Discord. They could also add in other Shadow Pokemon if they wanted. And also, the cloned Pokemon, for some reason, once I thought of this idea, it just stuck in my head ever since. The cloned Pokemon from the Pokemon anime movie, I believe it's Mewtwo Strikes Back or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's the title of the movie. But either way, he clones a bunch of Pokemon, and you can see all of the different starter Pokemon, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and the other one, Squirtle. I make Pokemon videos, wow, okay. But yeah, you can see them, they have a really cool, as well as their evolutions, have really cool textures. It's just slightly different from the regular textures. I'll show you guys them on screen here. You can see they aren't that different, but just enough different, and I think they could add something to where if you put like your Charmander into a cloning machine, it has a chance of coming out as one of these Pokemon on the other side. Just kind of like how when you put Mew in, you can get a Mewtwo. If you put a Charmander in, you have a chance to get a cloned Charmander 2. I don't know if that's actually what they call them, but it sounds good. So something like that I think could be really cool, and it doesn't even have to affect the Pokemon stats at all, just affect the texture and find a way to implement them in a way that's kind of difficult to get so that only certain people have them if they really put the time and effort into actually obtaining them. So moving on to number 3, this is also something that you guys really said a lot that you wanted, and I don't know if it's really possible to implement, but animated attacks and just other animations in general. So when you get into a battle, maybe when you use Solar Beam, you see Venusaur charging it up and shooting the beam. The problem that I see with this is I feel like they'd have to find a way in order to make one animation work with every Pokemon, because they couldn't make individual animations for every single move for every single Pokemon. It just wouldn't really be possible. But if they could add like a flamethrower animation or something that works with every Pokemon that can learn flamethrower, that could be really cool, and I think that would be an awesome way to add some cool effects to the battle system. I think it would be personally really cool, and the next thing on my list also kind of goes in line with different battle updates that they could use to improve the experience of battles. They could also add more animation outside of battle. For example, if you see Mew, sometimes it'll do a little flip, and it would be really cool if other Pokemon had little special animations like that. When they're out and just running around, they have a cool little animation that they do every so often. So this next thing is kind of just a quality of life update, and I think it would actually be really helpful for a lot of people that aren't on the super competitive end of thing. Actually, even helpful for those people as well, because it just helps you keep track of everything. So a lot of people wanted the battle GUI to be updated, and this could come in the form of just updating it to make it look a little pretty, just change it up a little bit since we've had the same GUI. What a lot of people want added is something where you can mouse over your different different moves, and it'll tell you the power and accuracy of those moves while you're in battle, so you can know exactly what they do. And I feel like that would help a lot of people out. Maybe not the people that are super on the competitive end that have been playing Pokemon forever and they know what every single move does, but a lot of the people that aren't that hardcore into the game, it would really help them out with knowing exactly what every move can do and help them out with selecting the correct moves when they're in battle. And I think even more importantly is showing the stat boost. So when you use certain moves, for example, Sword Stance, your stats get boosted. And I think it could be really cool if they find a way to display that when you're in a battle. So you know exactly what percentage your attack has gone up or down depending on what different moves have been used previously in the battle. I think that could be really helpful. Sometimes I do lose track and I accidentally use like Sword Stance 1 times too many and it ends up being pointless. I know that is something that you should probably just keep track of during the battle, but I feel like it really wouldn't hurt anything to display it somewhere on the screen, and it would help out a ton of people. So that's pretty much it for the main updates that you guys were interested in seeing added to the game. Now, of course, not everybody had their chance to comment on that post because I know a lot of people don't even see the community posts. So if you guys have any other ideas, post them down in the comments, and maybe if I get enough different unique and cool ideas, I'll make another video like this. However, there is one thing that I saw popping up over and over and over, and I really wanted to mention it in this video. So a lot of people were requesting features to be added that were already in the mod. And I thought that was a little bit weird, but I guess there are certain things that not everybody knows about. So I'm going to mention a few of the most commonly repeated ones. Number 1 is show a win-loss ratio for how many battles you've won and lost. And actually, that is already a thing. If you go ahead and type /Pokestats when you're in game, usually on a server, I don't know if it works on all servers, but I definitely know it works on my server, which is pokecentral.org. You can actually view how many battles you have won and how many battles you have lost against other trainers. It's a really cool feature, and it's something you guys were interested in seeing, and it just so happens that it already exists. So number 2 is more configuration. Now, I don't know if the person that mentioned this actually meant more configuration in-game, which I could understand because when you press P in-game, it opens up a configuration menu, and not everything is displayed there, where it says turn on external it's use external files or something like that for a bunch of different categories. If you turn those all to true, restart your game, and then check in the Pixelmon file inside of your .minecraft folder, there's a bunch of stuff that pops up that lets you edit things like NPCs, boss drops, regular Pokemon drops, structures that spawn in the world, all kinds of things. Pretty much everything is already configurable in the mod. You can even configure where different Pokemon spawn and all of those different things. So it is actually extremely configurable. You can pretty much change anything you want. And so I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was a little bit interesting that some people didn't know about all of those different options. Now, for the most part, those options are going to come in if you either own a server or if you are playing on single player. It's not really going to come in to play if you're playing on somebody else's server because they'll have to do all the configuration stuff. You won't really be able to change anything. However, it is still nice to know for those people that want to change something and they play in single player, or if you're running your own server. Now, somebody else mentioned a turn timer, and I just wanted to mention this really quick. If you go ahead and click battle rules when you jump into a battle with another player, you can modify all of the different battle rules for that specific battle. You'll have to turn it on every single time you battle the new player. However, you can set the turn timer to however long you want it. You can set it to 10 seconds, or you can set it to 2 minutes. Whatever you want, it is already there, and you can already do it. Now, the final thing I'm going to mention is a ton of people, actually a surprising amount, requested a story mode. I don't think this is something they should add into the Pixelmon mod itself. I think they should leave it up to server owners and map creators to continue putting out different things that add sort of a story element to the game. I know personally, if you haven't played it, we have a Hoenn Adventure server, in which you can actually play through the entire Hoenn game in Pixelmon. It's completely free to join if you have Pixelmon and Minecraft, so I definitely recommend checking it out. It's pokecentral.org. We're running the latest version of Pixelmon Reforged, and the story takes you from getting your starter Pokemon all the way up to defeating Kyogre and Groudon, and then defeating the Elite Four. And we might add updates at some point in the future to add some more content, depending on how many people are playing on and enjoying the server. But either way, I definitely recommend checking it out. There is a lot to play through there. There's something like 40 or 50 different quests that you can go through, and you can defeat all of the evil Team Aqua and Team Magma members and just work your way through the game just like the regular Pokemon game. So that's going to be it for this video. This is kind of a different style video. I've never really made something quite like this. So if it is something you enjoyed, let me know down in the comments and let me know by leaving a like on the video, because that's really what I look at to determine what people are enjoying on my channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have been gaining a bunch of subscribers since I finally started uploading every single day. And it's a great time to get into the channel and the server, because I am starting to focus on it more and more every single day. And I should continue to uploading daily going forward. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.